he just pays you because he understands one thing. True, politics in Kenya is about what have you done for me lately. The job in Nairobi is not about what you have done for me lately. The job in Nairobi is about an executive with political and commercial acumen who understands and can the patterns, the alphabet, and the orchestration of performance. That's the person we actually require in the city county of Nairobi. So that's really what we want. That's the agenda around the economy, a vibrant economy. The last thing is environment. The last thing is environment. I talked about C, society, environment, economy, and environment. We really want a proper environment. And the environment is water. We are consuming 1 million liters. We only produce 500,000 cubes. So rationing continues. There's a wayleave problem between Ruiru Dam and Nairobi. If that is solved before December, the French government has put in a lot of dollars around the water and the sanitation issue. Just fixing that brings another 100,000 cubes, and that solves a lot of the problem in lower Nairobi, upper Langata side. We can be able to give water. There's a lot of non-revenue water, leakage of water. So not only are we short of water ab initio, there's also shortage of water because we are losing water through very different means. And what we want is clean water, but at the same time, let's harvest. Let's create incentives to harvest water from all these rooftops that we have, because it's not as if we are short of rainfall. The storm drains, you see, when it rains a little bit in Nairobi, so clean water and sanitation is a goal I commit to under the theme of environment. Solid waste management is a theme I commit to under the theme of environment. A resilient, disaster-ready, disaster-prepared city, fire engines, proper storm drains is a thing I commit to. If you go to the Eastlands of Nairobi, every storm drain is actually a flowing raw sewer full of plastic bottles. And they are open. I've never seen a place where you build roads and you dig a hole this way and a hole this way. The number of legs broken in Eastlands as people walk or run and fall into this, and kids, is unbelievable. And those cases are available everywhere. We've got to cover the storm drains, just really do basic cover our storm drains, and also incentivize neighborhoods that we can for people to do in situ, where is sanitation cleaning. You know, like they do in other cities. If you go to Tokyo, you are required to clean your own, but that is more sophisticated stuff. Let's start with the basics. Let's just cover. And let's connect the sewer system in Nairobi. 5 out of 10 Nairobians have a flushing toilet. The rest of us are on long drops. Yeah, that's the city we are in. That's why Nairobi River, it's the only city where you build buildings facing outside the river, not facing the river. Is Nairobi. And we are the only place where in the world, in a city, we talk about riparian areas. You know, there are very many cities with rivers running through them. Now in Nairobi, you hear us talking about there's a riparian. We have up-country thinking in the urban area. You know, this is an urban zone. The other thing is, under environment, that perhaps is worthwhile is climate change. Nairobi has a massive asset in the national park. We've got Aberdare rainforest, because that's what Sigiroi or the Sigiroi forest and Karura is, and Ngong forest. These are the lungs of Nairobi. Protect them, promote them. The Arboretum, you know, we are doing works with the national park. We need to build parks and green spaces for people as we, and also proper land use and urban planning and zoning. That's the last one. That's another goal under the environment. And while we are doing it, do so with an objective of containing pollution, air, noise, and water, especially air and noise. And if we do the proper zoning and we redirect, we think in 5 years, you'll start to see that pubs move back to CBD. They leave the neighborhoods through economic and social incentives. And neighborhood associations, then there'll be a distinct where we live, where we play, where we work. That distinction will start to come through, because there's a whole mix-up around where we live, where we work, and where we play, because of proper lack of land use. Nairobi has fantastic urban planners. I went to university, and one of the best departments of the University of Nairobi was the Department of Architecture and Design and Urban Planning. We used to call it ADD. I wonder where those professionals went. They are now working in Cape Town. You're finding them, they're designing London. It's Kenyans. In fact, I found a Kenyan who's the biggest designer of water in California, in the Bay